1799. France is in chaos. The revolution has left the country divided. War rages across Europe, and the government is weak. But in the shadows, a brilliant general is about to seize power. This is the story of how Napoleon Bonaparte took control of France in a daring coup d'état. The French Revolution, which began in 1789, had torn apart the old monarchy and replaced it with a republic. But after years of political instability, corruption, and war, the government, known as the Directory, was barely holding on. Public trust had collapsed. The people were desperate for strong leadership. The economy was in shambles, inflation was rampant, and the wars with Britain, Austria, and Russia were draining France's resources. Enter Napoleon Bonaparte. A brilliant and ambitious general, he had already won fame for his military campaigns in Italy and Egypt. His victories had earned him the admiration of soldiers and citizens alike. By 1799, he was one of the most popular figures in France, and he had a plan. Behind the scenes, he allied himself with key politicians like Emmanuel Sieyès and Talleyrand, who saw him as the strong leader France needed. On November 9, 1799, known as the 18th of Brumaire in the revolutionary calendar, Napoleon made his move. With the support of key political allies, including his brother Lucien Bonaparte, he orchestrated a coup against the weak Directory. The government was dissolved, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. Napoleon first sought the support of the army, ensuring that military force was behind him. Then, he and his allies moved to seize control of the legislature. At the Council of 500, where laws were debated, chaos erupted. When Napoleon entered, he was met with shouts of outlaw and threats of violence. He panicked and had to be escorted out. But Lucien Bonaparte, the president of the council, quickly turned the situation around. He declared that armed terrorists had threatened Napoleon, and he called on the soldiers to restore order. With bayonets at the ready, the troops forced the council to disperse, securing Napoleon's control. With military force on his side, the opposition crumbled. The Directory was abolished, and in its place, a new government was formed, the Consulate. At its head, Napoleon Bonaparte, now First Consul of France. In just one day, he had seized absolute power. He promised stability, order, and prosperity, and the weary French people largely accepted his rule. Over the next few months, he implemented sweeping reforms, including restructuring the government and stabilizing the economy. Napoleon's coup marked the end of the French Revolution and the beginning of his rule. Over the next few years, he would solidify his power, crown himself emperor in 1804, and reshape Europe. His legal reforms, particularly the Napoleonic Code, would influence legal systems around the world. The 18th of Brumaire wasn't just a coup, it was the start of a new era. But with great power came great ambition, and his dreams of empire would ultimately lead to his downfall. From revolutionary hero to ruler of France, Napoleon Bonaparte changed history in a single stroke. But his ambition would take him even further and ultimately to his downfall. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more incredible moments from history. What event should we cover next? Let us know in the comments below.